Welcome to Sports Savvy TV. Well, there you have it. The Golden State Warriors move on to the second round after the Houston Rockets show they unexperienced in Game 7. I'm, for one, was wrong on this one. I thought the Houston Rockets would pull it off. Can't be right all the time. But shouts out to the Houston Rockets for having a good year. They know what they need to do to improve their team. But this was all about the Golden State Warriors. Strength in numbers, huh? I believe that's been their motto for the last few years. Strength in numbers. It showed key in this one. They were able to get the 103-89 win. Buddy Hield had himself a game, folks. If you watch this series, anytime Buddy Hield made shots, the Warriors won. And he had himself the best game of his career when the Warriors needed it the most. 9 threes, most in a Game 7 history. That was impressive by Buddy Hield. He was so locked in. When the ball left his fingers, you could see that ball was going through the hoop. When he hit that half-court shot going into half, I knew it was going to be his night because he had the momentum, man. It was like Steph had hopped into his body and just started shooting just for this game. That's really how it felt, man. Because Stephen Curry only had 3 points at half. Buddy Hield usually have games like that, you know? But Stephen Curry picked it up in the fourth quarter like he always do. He scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, man. He was balling out there. You got to give it to Steph, man. That's what it's about. When your star players don't have it going, you have to have other players around them to pick up their slack until the star players get going. And the Warriors have that. And the Rockets don't. As simple as that. You see, during this series, the Houston Rockets called themselves running the zone on the Warriors. And it slowed them down for the most part. Steve Kerr outcoached Ime Udoka in this one because he ran the zone. And when he ran that zone, it completely discombobulated the Houston Rockets. You know, the Warriors only had 7 turnovers. When the Warriors don't turn the ball over, they usually win. They had 24 assists compared to the Rockets' 14. They also had 8 blocks. That's impressive to say the Warriors are one of the smallest teams in the NBA. They wanted this. You know, they wasn't afraid of the moment. They shot 42% from 3. You shoot that on the road, you're going to win 9 times out of 10. And they shot 48% from the field. That's pretty good too. They were just a step ahead of the Houston Rockets in every category. You know, when you look at the stats, Jimmy Butler had 20 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. This not going to get talked about, but folks need to give Draymond Green a round of applause. He was locking up in that paint. But not only that, the man had 16 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. He balled out, man. I know Buddy Hield get the game ball, but if they were giving out 2 game balls, Draymond Green get the second one. You know, Stephen Curry finished with 22 points, 7 assists, 10 rebounds. Brandon Podziemski had 9. And that Buddy Hield, man, 33. Career high. When you look at Stephen Curry, man, he's just good in Game 7s. You know, you got to give it to him. He had 10 rebounds. That's the first double-double of the series, man. And in his last 3 Game 7s, the man is putting up 33, 9, and 8 with a plus 54. That's what you call clutch. And did you know that Stephen Curry became the oldest player to lead his team throughout the playoffs in points, assists, and rebounds? He was balling, man. It's just something about Houston. Stephen Curry loves to play in Houston, man. For real. He really owns the Houston Rockets at this point because he was sensational when it counted. That three-pointer that he hit on Jalen Green at the top of the key when he crossed him and pulled up, that was good defense by Jalen Green. But before he shot it, I said Curry about to pop Jalen Green. And he did it too, man. Stephen Curry's a bad man. You got to give it to him. When you look at the Houston Rockets side of things, they won points in the paint, 46 to the Warriors 30-something. They also won the rebounding battle. But other than that, they ain't win nothing else, man. The Warriors smoked them in every other statistical category. The Rockets had 11 turnovers at home in the elimination game. That gonna get you beat most of the time. They only shot 40% from the field. That gonna get you beat. You can't let another team come in your house and shoot a better field goal percentage than you, man. And 3-point percentage, 33%. If the Rockets do not fix their 3-point percentage and their free throw percentage, they will never win. I don't care how much they dominate points in the paint and they dominate the glass. The NBA nowadays is about shooting from wherever. And that's the Rockets' weakness. They cannot shoot free throws and they cannot shoot the 3-ball. They probably beat the Warriors one game shooting the free throws better than them. And probably one game shooting the 3-ball. You feel me? And them games, when they did that, they won. They just don't do it consistent enough. And a lot of that goes to supposedly their best or second best player, the one and only, the nail polish wearing, Jalen Green. If I was the general manager, Ime Udoka, his contract would have been voided before he walked back in the locker room. The guy probably had 2 games where he scored double digits in his playoffs. This was a playoff series where Jalen Green could have dictated what the Rockets did. This was a series where he was supposed to go off. The dude is a horrible basketball player, man. All hype and athleticism. I've seen enough with this guy. It's time for Ime Udoka to get rid of that dude, bro. It's just pathetic how he played in this game 7. Him and Dillon Brooks. Jalen Green had 8 points, man. He started 1 for 7. Just awful. Steven Adams had 7 and 3. Jabari Smith, I need more from him. 4 points ain't gonna cut it in no elimination game. Dillon Brooks, that's another one. Only had 8 points. Prince Sagoon, he did all he could do. 21 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. Shouts out to Amen Thompson, though, for becoming a household name in these playoffs. He was their best player, in my opinion, besides Prince Sagoon. He balled out. He did all he could do. He just didn't have the right supporting cast around him. Amen Thompson is a good one, folks. He will be an all-star in the future. He will win a Defensive Player of the Year award in the future. He's that good, and he's still young. That boy is cold, man. This Sports Savvy TV. Y'all let me know in the comments section. What do you think the Houston Rockets need to do to improve their team?